YouTube, what's happening? Just thought I'd switch up the location on you guys. Usually I'm just in my room, but right now I'm in the clubhouse, as you can see in the background. I got these questions here to ask, usually on the first date. So it's kind of the topic of the video today. So just thought I'd reach out to you guys and see what you guys were up to. So let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. And let's get right to it. What do you like to do in your free time? Okay, so usually it just varies from time to time. I like to do a few core things, and usually I stick to those core things and just kind of go from there. But I guess you can say, just throwing one out there, is reading. I like to read a lot, and it's something that I try to do as often as possible, because it's important to exercise your brain, and it's kind of what I do, is just read and try to think of things that are a little more complicated than the average person, so you can be just one step ahead. Question 2. Are you more of an outdoors or an indoors person? Okay, well, since I'm the furthest thing from country, it's pretty obvious that I'd say I'm an indoors person. But it varies from time to time, because you can, but it's just like finding the narrow gate is like, a lot of the times you're going to be outside if you're going to be following the narrow gate. So that's kind of something that you kind of got to decide yourself if that's something that you want or not, So number 3. Who is the most fascinating person you've met? I don't know. I just know I've met a bunch of average people and not really like a bunch of celebrities yet. So like, it's gonna have to be sometime in the future. I don't know when, but I don't know. It's probably gonna be a celebrity though. So. What's your last book you've really got into? The last book I've really got into would be, probably, it would have to be not The Millionaire Next Door, but the Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clawson. And in that book, he just talks about like the 5 laws of gold, or the 7 laws of gold. No, the 7 remedies for a lean purse, and like the 5 laws of gold. So like, if you guys just like get on Amazon and order that, then like you guys can read that book for yourself and find out what it's really, what really all the hype's about. Okay, number 5. What are some movies you really enjoyed? Okay, so this is kind of like going way back. This is like, I don't know what year that was, but it was this movie called Grind. I used to be into skateboarding a lot, and it was just this movie, and we just me and my family would watch that, and I would go to Hastings, which was the store in Norman, and we would rent movies, and I rented that movie like every week for a while, and so it was something that I really enjoyed. So number 6. What amazing adventures have you been on? Not really a lot of amazing adventures I've been on just yet. So, I took a trip to like New York City for the first time, or like, I've barely been out of state, but like out of Oklahoma, because I'm from Oklahoma, but like rarely been out of state. But and then I went to Los Angeles. I attempted to move to Los Angeles, believe it or not. And I got there, and then I was like, you know what, this living situation is probably not the greatest. So like, I decided just to move back to Oklahoma. And as far as the future holds, who knows what the future holds. But So moving on to the next one. What what pets have you had? I have not yet had a pet to this day. I kind of had my parents, growing up, we had pets and stuff, but like those were more like my mom's, but like, and and uh, and then yeah. So like right now, I just really don't have pets in my life. I don't have any. I don't have a girlfriend or like barely any friends. So like, you know, I really don't really pay attention to any of that kind of stuff. So, number 8, what's your favorite alcoholic or non-alcoholic drink? I kind of have some go-to alcoholic drinks, and I really don't. I try not to branch out too much in the alcohol space because that just means you're more and more advanced the more alcohol and everything like that, because I try not to get too deep into the alcohol space, but there's always room for improvement, and yeah, so but my go-to would be Bud Light seltzers. What kind of what are you, what kind of obsessed what are you kind of obsessed with these days? Uh, just social media, as always. It's just something that I've always been obsessed with ever since I got introduced to the apps, and ever since then I've just kind of been on social media ever since. So like, social media. Where have you traveled? I got into that a little bit earlier. What's your favorite international food? Not really big on anything out of the state, out of the U.S., because like the U.S. is home, and I feel like if I'm introduced into other like sectors of or other parts of the world, that I would like kind of grow fond of them, and then like maybe even consider moving there. And I just don't want to leave the U.S., so like I don't really look into other countries and stuff like that. So, are you a morning person or a night owl? As of recently, I've been pretty much a night owl. I've just been sleeping until whenever I decide to wake up, and then I stay up pretty late. I kind of get into different things that I enjoy on a day-to-day basis. So that's kind of what's on my mind right now. So, are you a morning? Or I already read that. What's your favorite restaurant? I would have to say Inner Urban, just because they have. Is this place called Inner Urban? I'm not sure if they're in other states, but I know there's one in Norman, and like, if you're from Oklahoma, you know where Norman's at, and like Norman and some other place here in Oklahoma, they have an Inner Urban, and like Tuesdays, I think it's Tuesdays or Wednesdays, they have like these like half price burgers or something like that. It's like $7 or $8 for the burger, and it's pretty good stuff. I'd highly suggest you try it. How many siblings do you have? Well, real siblings, not half brothers or anything like that. I'm not exactly sure, so you'd have to ask my family about that. What would be your dream job? I'd say just doing what I love. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. Just trying to figure out what kind of things I'm into and everything like that. So I gotta try to focus on the things that I'm into, and try to bring them forth into reality. What would you do if you had enough money to not need a job? I'd pretty much do what I'm doing right now, which is just social media and other stuff like that. So, but I gotta stop there because my video's running long here, and I can't go over in time. So I thought I'd just reach out to you guys and let you guys know that you guys are loved, that you guys are welcomed on my on my platform here, on my channel. So reach out to me if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that. So much love to you guys. Thanks for watching.